You're about to learn how to master the pickleball serve and force bad returns in less than 5 minutes. The most effective way to force a bad return from your opponent is to get your serve deep into the court. A lot of players stand too close to the baseline before they return, so any ball hit at their feet will result in an awkward return for them.
There are a few key components to nailing this serve every time. The first and most important is your pre-serve ritual. The serve is the only shot in pickleball that you have 100% control over, so we need to take advantage of this. Develop a pre-serve ritual to make sure you're in the exact same position every time you serve. This is a must so that you can easily troubleshoot your stroke later. If you don't start from the same spot each time, you lose the ability to tweak your stroke and compare it to your original motion.
Here's a simple pre-serve ritual to try out. Take the ball and line up on the left side of the court a step or two behind the baseline. Call the score, then bounce the ball twice while taking a deep breath. Finally, hit your serve and be sure to keep your eyes down on the ball and not look up too early. Now that we've got a consistent pre-serve ritual, we can improve the serve reliably.
While consistency on the serve is what we're aiming for, adding more power and spin is going to increase the likelihood of getting a bad return from your opponent. Let's go through the technique to make that happen. Stand with your front foot at a 45-degree angle to the court and your back foot parallel to the baseline. Line up with your left shoulder facing where you want to hit the ball. Bend your knees, then start a small backswing. Shift your weight forward and close your hips as you finish your stroke.
A common misconception is that you need a huge swing to generate a lot of power on your serve. But in fact, most players leave power on the table by not making contact in the center of their paddle on every serve. Once you are making consistent center contact, then you can begin to accelerate your swing. To add speed, focus on shifting your weight forward faster, closing your hips with more force, and taking a bigger backswing. You can also step into the ball to get more power, though it's less consistent of a serve.
To add more spin, hold the tip of your paddle back and hit the ball with a pronounced low to high motion. You can even add a wrist snap for extra pace and spin, but it's less consistent once again. Each person is going to require a different balance of techniques to find the perfect serve. Here's a comparison of our serves that look different, but are both strong and consistent.
Though power is often effective, it's not always the best solution. A variety of serves keeps opponents on their toes every time you hit the ball. Here are 3 additional serves to add to your arsenal. The first is a short angle serve. Use this when your opponent starts standing further behind the baseline, usually because they're bracing for a deep serve. Take advantage by hitting a topspin or side spin serve short into the court, aiming for the outside lines. This will make your opponent have to sprint to the ball, and even if they make it, they're likely to pop it up.
The next serve to learn is a hard slice. Most people are used to returning hard topspin serves, so mixing in slice throws them off their game. When you add slice, the ball will kick after it bounces, making this serve difficult to return. There are 2 ways to hit a slice serve, as a volley or off the bounce. To hit a slice volley serve, gently toss the ball up while taking either a backhand or forehand slice motion under the backside of the ball. For the serve to be legal, make sure that the tip of the paddle is below your wrist, the motion is upwards, and contact occurs below the waist. You can also remove the limitations to your serve motion by dropping the ball instead. Simply hold the ball high in the air and drop it to the ground. After it bounces, make contact with any slicing motion you prefer.
Drop serves have no restrictions on your swing motion, so feel free to get creative with how you slice. The final serve to master is an off-pace lob. Similar to a changeup in baseball, mixing up the pace of your pickleball serve leads to mistimed strokes and poor contact from the returner. To hit this serve, keep the backswing short and make contact under the ball while shifting your body weight upward. Since we're not focusing on power, concentrate on hitting the ball high and deep into the court. Varying the serve also exposes weaknesses in our opponents.
Let's use our new arsenal of serves to capitalize on that fact. In general, players are weaker with their backhand, so start with a deep serve to your opponent's backhand to see how they handle it. If that doesn't work, move on to their forehand or body to see what's effective. Some opponents are able to handle all of these with ease, which means adding slice or changing pace may be the best option. Keep in mind that the goal of a serve is not to ace your opponent or make them hit it out of bounds. The actual goal is to find a serve that they are uncomfortable returning, which leads to an easy third shot drop.
A great server is also a great planner for the return. Hit your serve from a position that sets up your third shot. For example, if you're stronger with your forehand, serve from the left side of the court each time so the return comes back to your forehand more often. And once you hit your serve, step back off the baseline. Since the ball is required to bounce in the court on a return, it's easy to be caught with the ball at your feet even after a good serve. By stepping back, you grant yourself forward momentum into your third shot, which makes a drop much easier to hit. Lastly, to re-emphasize the most important part of this video, pickleball serves are not designed to win the point.
Unlike tennis, pickleball serves are almost always returnable, so trying to get an ace is not a reliable strategy. Above all, a consistent serve is the best serve in pickleball. Now you know how to take advantage of the serve, but you're missing the other side of the picture. That's why you need to watch this video next to learn how to master the return.
If you want even more weekly tips, join our mailing list where we serve up weekly tips on a regular basis.
Serve.